What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? It's Renebean. Welcome to another episode of Life of a Game Hunter / Collector. That series I started to give you guys a tidbit of what it's like to be a game hunter / collector. The things you deal with all the damn time. What are we going to get done today? What are we going to work on? Rob has his eyes pointed to this. Not really, but that was creepy how he's pointing over there. We have this Pac-Man Coleco tabletop. I picked this up at a yard sale for $5. The problem with it is it has severe rust damage in the battery compartment. But I have my original that I found a while back, not in as good cosmetic shape as this one. So we're going to Frankenstein two together. Hopefully we can get them both to work and I can sell the duplicate. Because these things are like, God almighty, they're over $100. I can't remember the last time I checked pricing, but we'll just call it a $100 bill, so we definitely need to see if we can restore this thing perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner to the last episode giveaway, and that winner is Mr. Kane Joe 1. You got your chance to pick out any one of these Pokemon Gym badges. The last person did not claim theirs, so all these are up for grabs. If you guys want to be entered into the next giveaway, just be subscribed to the channel, hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. Anyways, guys, let's go out there. Let's get to work. Alright guys, I'm out here in the shop, and as you can tell, it's not a normal day in the shop unless someone's like revving up a car or the construction's going on next door, but there ain't nothing I can do about it. So ignore it if you can. You'll be hearing beeps and all sorts of whatnot. So here are the two Pac-Man units. This one right here was the one that I had, missing a battery cover. Terminals are good, everything looks good there, but cosmetically it does not look as good as this one right here. This one hasn't aged as bad as this one. So what I'm thinking is a simple shell shop, or wow, I can't even talk, a shell swap. And let's see, I want to show you how bad this rust is. If I can get this off, there we go. Now another bad thing some of you guys may hate, I don't have any C batteries, so we can't test either one of them, so it'll have to be like, I guess, the next vlog episode. I'm going to have Miss Renebean pick me up some batteries. But I know this one worked. It's a matter of getting this one to work, because as you can see, this thing is rusted up bad, guys. I mean, oof, God almighty. I'm going to do my best to remove this, and this might be salvageable. I have no idea until we do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a vinegar bath and see if that does the trick. So for starters, let's go ahead and open this up and get these terminals out. It's going to take a very long Phillips, and they're going at an angle on these. There we go. Unfortunately, I can't use my electric screwdriver, so got to do it the old-fashioned way. There we go, small little screws. Those screws are rusted too. I hope the whole thing just didn't sit in water. We're going to find out when we open it up. If anything, I can sell this broken one for parts. I could probably piece out the shell. That's one thing that I do commonly with systems. Like if I have a broken GameCube or Super Nintendo NES, you can gut that thing completely and sell the parts, and usually make just about as much as you could selling it as a working unit. But of course there's a lot of time involved in dissecting all that. Alright, 3 screws here. Let's see, is that all it took? I feel it loose. Almost feels like there's another screw. Okay, there's two in the back hiding right here. I think these are going to be part of the assembly for taking off the shell. I've never taken one of these apart. I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like on the inside. Alright, so there's that. Are you free yet? Almost like there's clips or something. Maybe it's just like clipped in, possibly. I can feel it wanting to get away, and I see wires connecting the base to the top, so I got to be careful on pulling it out. Okay, I see the clips here. I'm an idiot. Here's clips That's preventing it to go out, so we're going to press those in. That should free them up. Oh, this is going to be a pain. I don't want to do it to where it doesn't scratch this up too much, but I don't see a way around it. Let me see here. I can do it. Yeah, I got one with my finger. Guys, that was extremely difficult. Nothing else was holding it in. It was just that tight in. I see this, it popped the board a little bit. I gotta bend that back in. Maybe that's the reason it was so difficult to come out. God almighty. That was a pain. Oh my goodness. Alright, so that is out there. Look how big that speaker is. That's crazy. Not too much. I do see some rusted screws, but not too much damage on them themselves. God almighty, to pull that thing out, that was just difficult. See how this camera's angle alright. Alright. So what we should do, we got to take out this battery slot right here. This one came out. I don't even think I'd be able to wiggle it out. I'm just going to dump this whole thing with the plastic into the vinegar solution. And I'm going to have to get some vinegar big enough for these right here because it's not going to fit with the way those were. Now these will be soldered back in, but I'm just going to cut them off for now. And so I don't lose which one's hot, and I'm just going to be quick here. Here we go. Black to black. Just quick about it. I could turn it over and just obviously see it, but I need to be easy about it. Alright, so let's go ahead and snip these. And then the speaker we don't need to mess with. I should be able to work around it for now. I need to bend. Do these need to bend up to come out? Probably. Alright. So that's bent up. So that one, so they should come out fairly, I'd say fairly easy, but nothing seems easy about this thing. Those seems like they just been in there for so long. Tell you what, I am going to remove the speaker part completely just so I don't rip it off. And then I'll desolder those back on here in a little bit. Alright, get that out of here. Alright, are there clips? Usually there's clips. There we go, it's coming out now, one side. That one's not too terrible on it. That one's pretty bad. So these need to get a vinegar bath. Let me go grab some vinegar, and I'm going to throw some salt in there and put it in a bowl that we can shake up. Be right back. Alright guys, I mixed up my solution. All it is just table salt and vinegar. I used apple cider because it's what I had on hand. It's not going to make a difference. Let's see here. This is my old solution right here. I'm just going to pour whatever's left in here to fill it up a little bit more. Without getting it everywhere. Stuff smells not that great with the salt and all the rust particles mixed in over time. Alright, Miss Renebean can get that Tupperware back, but she ain't getting this one. Is that going to be deep enough? I think it'll be. Shake it up multiple times. Alright, so that's in there. Let's go ahead and put this lid on. Hopefully it ain't going to leak. I'm going to pull it over here and shake, make sure it's not going to go crazy on me. Yeah, it leaks a little bit, but I'm okay with that. Alright, let's set that right there and let that sit a little bit. We'll shake it periodically. Now to do the shell swap on here, we need to take this one apart. Hopefully it comes apart a lot easier than the other one. That thing just felt so tight in there. Where's the... I'm missing it. I'm like, is the screw missing? Why aren't you catching? There it goes. Alright, let's see if this one comes apart any easier than the other one did. That thing just... Maybe it's just how they're made. That's how... Look at that. That thing just... The other one took so long to pull out. This one came right out. And I'm noticing some differences. This is weird. Maybe different. Let's see. That's wild. Ah, see? One's made in the USA and the other's made in Hong Kong. That's different. Huh. I didn't expect that. I wonder if price-wise it's going to be any different. Some of the components seem a little bit different. Same board for the most part from what I'm seeing. That's surprising. I've never seen that. I'm going to do a quick bit of research just to see if there's going to be a price difference in the variants of a Hong Kong and USA made version. Let's check it out. Alright guys, it was sort of a dead end when I went in there and did a little research on these things. Every listing that I could find, let me shake this up while I'm talking. I mean, I just kept seeing USA listed items. I checked the pictures on the bottom and made in USA. I have no idea what there would be difference-wise with the Hong Kong version. So what I am going to do, I'm not going to Frankenstein. I want to keep it original. It is a variant, so there's no reason to change things over. I will be keeping the battery pack, the battery cover for it on mine. I may just set it out at an auction and just, you know, put the fact that it's a Hong Kong variant. Who knows? It could have came out a year later. I have no idea, guys. If any of you do, let me know. So what we are going to do is restore them and make them look as good as we can. Hopefully this rust, I do see a bunch of rust starting to float now. Hopefully this solution right here is, God almighty, they're out there constructing some craziness. So with that said, I need to blow this one out. Go ahead and turn my air compressor on for a second. So I'm going to give these things a quick blowout right here. Alright, got those blown out. Let's see how the progress is on the rust and see if we can't scrub some of that out. It's kind of a shame I'm not going to Frankenstein one together, but maybe some of you out there can understand why I'm not going to now that I've discovered a possible variant. I didn't think there would be with something like this, but it turns out there is. Go ahead and use this toothbrush right here. How are we doing? It's getting slimy. I'm just scrubbing. This is the metal's pretty tarnished too. This works great with corrosion too, like unbelievable. Oh, that burns and open wounds. I ain't gonna lie. It works very well with corrosion. All right, how's the main culprit looking? It's looking rough, man. Oof, there is so much rust damage on you. See, it doesn't make any difference here. You can see we removed quite a bit of it, but it's so rusted underneath, there's nothing that I can do with that. That is a travesty right there. And this vinegar is burning the hell out of my fingers. Oh, I hate to see that. Well, let's put this thing back together. and I'll be on the fence on how I sell it. I'll probably just auction it as defective, show this, and then just let people have at it. I know I'll make more than $5 off of it, but damn, the potential. Alright, so let's slide this back in here. Let's solder that back together. Let's go ahead and heat up the iron. Oh, I am upset by that. I really wanted to be able to fix that. And I can't Frankenstein it because it's a variant, and it would just be, I don't know, I just don't think it would be right. Alright, so now I'm going to solder in back the wires to the board and these to the terminals, just so whoever gets it know that they're getting the one, or getting it how it's supposed to be at least. And if they can do any repairs on it, then I hope they can. Alright, we got that soldered back in. Let's go ahead and assemble this thing back together. And I wonder how hard this thing's going to be to put back together, considering how hard it was to get it apart. Alright guys, so we got those put back together, and right before we're going to clean them, I looked over here and I saw this copy of Star Fox Adventure, and I was like, oh yeah, I've been putting that off for too long. There's so many things I got on the back burner on needing to get done. I'm just going to knock this out real quick because my soldering iron's still hot, and it'll be a good time for this. If you don't remember this game, anytime I put it in the Super Nintendo, it automatically it grounded the system out. It wouldn't cut on. It would turn the system off completely. And I'm pretty sure last time I reflowed this in trying to fix it that I bridged it somewhere, which has to be the case in order for that to happen. And I just wanted to double check. Alright, that looks solid now. We'll test this at the end of the episode after we get done cleaning these. And if that does not fix on the grounding on why it's shorting the system out, I am perplexed on that because I don't see a bridge now. Let's go ahead and unplug this iron, let that cool down before I burn my face off. Alright, so cleaning these bad boys up. The one that I'm keeping is this one right here. This is my original. This is the made in the USA version. Because I know it works and the terminals are good. It's got all this spare duct tape goo on there. Make sure that cover is going to work for it. Since oh yeah, that cover's going to work. That's fine. So in order to get this stuff off, we're going to use the classic Goo Gone. Goo Gone works great, but it's a little bit of a timely process. It just doesn't come off immediately. Takes a few tries. So we're just going to layer this up with the Goo Gone on the side. Anywhere that duct tape residue got to. And the trick that I found with Goo Gone is kind of just let it sit for a second before you start messing with it. Anytime something's missing a battery cover, you see this all the time. Alright, so that should be enough Goo Gone there. Let's go ahead, wipe it off with the towel. The towel should get it. Voila, that cleaned that up pretty well. So what we need to do now is hit it with some isopropyl to get off the film left behind by the Goo Gone. We're going to have to clean this up too right here. I'm going to use this standard junk towel that I had and hit it with some of the spray here. Just kind of wipe her down. Avoiding the decals for now. I don't know how those decals are going to react to the alcohol quite yet. Oh, she's looking so much better. It actually had some duct tape residue inside of it. I didn't even see that. I'm going to have to get that real fast. Awesome. We'll give this thing another final wipe down. This battery cover is looking a whole lot better too. Same, I cleaned out the compartment. Go ahead and close that up. Alright, let's focus on the screen right here. I'm going to get a different towel. That one's got some rust residue on it. Don't want to scratch anything. Then we're going to hit this one with some isopropyl too. These, they don't feel like paper decals. That they have the plastic covering over the top. So I want to hit one slightly with a little rubbing alcohol, and I think it'll be just fine. Just to see if it takes off any of the front. It didn't, so we should be good. Go ahead and clean this screen up in here. I'm going to grab a magic eraser and hit up some of these spots on the side. Not smoothing out, but getting off some of that bigger stuff that didn't want to come off with the isopropyl. Now with the magic eraser, it definitely leaves a film, as you can see. But we're going to go back over all of it again. You can see all over the back. And we're going to get that off. Starting to come back to life. One of the things that you want to do is always take a Q-tip and get into those hard to reach areas around this power switch. Make sure you're flicking at both sides, cleaning both of them up. And I'm happy with that. Definitely a big improvement from when I pulled it off the shelf. And I got that battery pack to go on there now. So what I'm going to do is clean up this other unit right here. And then I'll just show you the final results. I can't obviously do anything with that. And then we're going to go in there and finish the episode by testing that Super Nintendo game. So let me go ahead and clean this one up, guys, and I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, I gave this thing the basic rub down. It looks a whole lot better than what it did too. And you may be asking yourself, why did you clean it if you're just going to be selling it as parts or selling it as a defective unit? Because it looks a whole lot better to sell it as something that's cleaned up. So hopefully, I don't know, I'll probably start it on auction at like 29 bucks, free shipping, because these things, like I said, I looked into the pricing. These things aren't as much as I thought they were going for. You can get a working one sometimes between 60 and 100 bucks. So to start this at 30, it might go up from there. But the fact that it's that Hong Kong variant, I don't know if that's going to make a difference at all. But who knows? That auction could go crazy. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to zoom over to the game room. We're going to test out Star Fox and end the episode. Let's do it. Alright guys, the final part. We got Star Fox here. I don't know if it's going to do it. Hopefully it does. If not, I'm about to give up hope on that game. Did we get anything? Did it kill the system? Yep. You can see I don't need to do this much, but the game is out. The system obviously powers on, but the second that goes in there, it just kills it. There's got to be something else going on with that. I'm not too sure. But anyways, guys, that's the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the transformation of the Pac-Man Coleco. And as always, guys, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.